Hello everyone, thank you for joining our webinar. Hope you have a great day. So let's spend this 20 minutes in a useful way and see how we can improve digital strategy, streamline interactive content production, and enable seamless key messages delivery via multiple channels. So my name is Julia and today together with you we will discuss the pain points of multi-channel strategies and have a look at simple ways to relieve them. So, just a bit of statistics about our company, The Seven. We are headquartered in Tallinn with affiliates in Ukraine, Russian Federation, and United States. We are improving life science communication in fields for more than 7 years already. That is why we know what challenges healthcare companies face while trying to build value dialogue with physicians, patients, insurances, and other stakeholders. So each of us has some expectations just out of the behavior of other people, so too of what brands suggest them, or birthday presents for instance. And if they doesn't get what they have expected, they will be not just disappointed. According to the recent research on customer service experiences conducted by Forbes, 89% of consumers began doing business with a competitor following a poor customer experience. Despite these stats, many brands persist in making the same mistake, pushing their products and services instead of defining what their customers really want. As a result, they just continue losing customers and their loyalty. So the point is that nowadays everyone is connected in social media, on their laptops, smartphones, etc. Everyone can easily get any piece of information, any product or service he needs online. Most companies, and pharma companies are not an exception, have already understood that and actively use different communication channels. For example, video blogs, podcasts, social media platforms, etc. It really opens a number of virtually unlimited opportunities on the one hand. On the other hand, you should remember that it only makes things more complicated, increasing the competition. So when it comes to standing out of the brand's online crowd, one needs not to just provide the best products or services. To differentiate from the competitors, any company needs to suggest unique value, which its products or services can bring to the customers. So if you manage to meet the most burning customer needs with your unique selling proposition, that will definitely win customers' heart. So let's proceed on how to extend the brand's online presence and effectively use channel mix for improving overall customer experience. And what is more, we will unveil how to reduce time and money consumption on digital content creation, editing, localization, and distribution. So before you start selling anything to someone, you should have a clear vision of who you are targeting. Otherwise, all your further efforts will turn into a blind shot. Something like telling young mom about how to choose Subaru Impreza. So some practical hints. The best way out is to create customer profiles, including name, age, workplace, marital status, income, hobbies, habits, character trait, and etc. So after shaping up customer persona, create key messages, which will match his or her needs best. Use the full potential of each communication channel to produce long-lasting impact. For instance, despite of the channel, your content should be touching, evoking emotions, and encouraging to perform some actions. Also, don't forget that just delivering information is not enough. You should have a clear understanding of whether it has been effective or not. That's why we recommend to constantly collect customer feedback and analyze it. That will help you with the next point, content adaptation. Now that you know what turns customers on and what are their pain points, you can make more personalized offers. Though mind that content update shouldn't take too long. Be quick with changes in introduction, otherwise your customer just won't wait for them and opt for your competitor who already has what they want. Justin Hahnemann, retail national practice leader at Teradata, suggests using the 3 Cs rule. Communication, messaging, and offers must be clear, not filled with confusing in words or phrases, compelling, which is interesting or topical to the receiver, and consistent, regardless of the channel, web, phone, in-store, or mobile. So accept relevance, timelines, and clarity. Marketing content should always be adapted to the local market needs. While localizing content, you should not just translate the text, but take into consideration cultural peculiarities of which country you distribute content to. It will make your messages sound natural and improve customer engagement. Usually when it comes to distributing content from global offices to affiliates, the approval process takes too much time. Consequently, the longer it lasts, the higher is the chance you lose the opportunity to demonstrate truly topical content. So we suggest you to find out the way to simplify and speed up digital content localization, approval, and flow between offices and departments, as well as timely multi-channel delivery to customers. So right now, let's have a look how quick and easy these processes can be if you use eWizard, a platform for full-cycle HTML5 content management in-house. So I'm just going to the live demo of that. Right now you can see the interface of eWizard platform, which is really user-friendly and intuitive. This is the landing page, and right here on the drop-out menu you can directly go to different chapters. The most important one is the global store. This is actually the space where all the presentations are stored and which are available to all the affiliates. So let's imagine we have a global office and the affiliates of some company, and they need to share and actually to take the content from one space and reuse it directly in eWizard. So how it can be done? First of all, you can just filter the presentation by different sub-filters. Let's say I can use the advanced search, and we can have here different options. So for that, you can just preview the presentation directly in the store, and you will actually see it as well as it looks like on the iPad. So the interactivity is saved, and if you like the presentation, it is possible to take it to your library and then customize it. So we can see that the presentation is really with interactivity, and you can play with that and actually use the sitemap to switch between the slides. So if the marketeer likes the presentation, he can just take it to the library. The system will ask whether you are sure to add this presentation, and then it will directly appear in My eDetailers, which is the working space for customization. So here we have it, and we are open and we are ready to customize the presentation. So we can just reposition the chapters. We can make the chapters or the slides visible or invisible. If it doesn't need the slide, if the marketeer doesn't need the slide in next marketing strategy, he can just make it invisible. And we can go to direct editing of a particular slide. In this case, it is possible to change images, background, text, anything you need. As the slide has the layer structure, you can just emphasize on some element which you are going to change. So let us see how the text can be changed. So we are just emphasizing on that, and it is possible to change the color of the text, the size, the style of the text, like this. So we can see the changes implemented immediately. It helps us to see the final result right here, right in the tool. The same can be done within the component gallery, so we can add any other interactive component and reuse it directly in eWizard. So we have added just a simple slide, and we can customize it in terms of values, properties, colors, actions, and animation. Also, it is possible to set up the monitoring, which will help us to collect some KPI scheme and push it back to the CRM base. Let us also change the background of the presentation, which is here. So it is possible to choose the image to which we will change the background. We can resize it or just make it in another flow. So here how it looks like. The next step is that it is possible to approve the presentation inside a visual platform. Many companies use different popular approval system, but what is like important and what is efficient within our tool is that here we are able to actually to comment the interactivity, not just the static slide. So how is the process is going on? We're just going to adding the comments and we are emphasizing some element in the slide, and we can like press the comment, like change the text, let's say, and then the person by pressing on this button will see the comment and will make appropriate changes. Afterwards, you can press it for sending to approval. You're choosing the person who will be your approval one. And then if you will get the approval, it will appear in this approved section or in the waiting for approval, which is here. And after the presentation will be approved, it is possible to push it to the production. So here we have different multi-channel options to distribute the content. We can either send it in the format of PDF or PowerPoint by sending to the email of the person or to multiple emails. We can send it in the zip archive or in the format of any CLM tool, as well as we can make the standalone application for Android or iOS tablet. So the presentation, they are cross-platform and they are cross-device. And what is also possible is to publish presentation directly to the CLM tool or push it back to the eWizard store in order to make it visible for all the markets and all the affiliates. The last but not the least is the possibility to localize the presentation. And here we also have some options. So let us say we will translate the presentation into French. So the system just creates the copy of the presentation, and then we can go to editing localization. So here are a few options. You can just make it manually on the spot if you know the language perfectly, like both languages, in the convenient form, or you can send it for localization to a professional translator by indicating the first name, the last name, the email. You can protect the presentation with the password, and you can actually set up the deadline of when the presentation should be translated. So afterwards, you will receive an email notification that the presentation was actually translated. So actually, that is all that we wanted to present to you today. And if you got any questions, ask them now or just send them to my email and we will gladly answer. Actually, on the screen, you can see our website and you can follow us on Facebook to be aware of the latest updates. Goodbye and have a nice day.